All right, traders and investors, welcome back to our end of the market update for Monday, May the 24th of 2021. Now, the big question that everybody's asking today, based on what transpired in our session, in the cash session, is are we going up higher now? Are we resuming the uptrend? And the answer is maybe. No, I'm not too sure yet. I'm still trying to dissect this and be a little bit more patient and cautious, because I still believe that we are within that wave 4 pullback. All right. Now, just as long as we remain north of 398, as I've been saying, this will be wave count and validation of this entire structure. If we break south of that, then that means that this here is already the top of the entire wave count in the primary degree wave 1, and we will head on lower to primary degree wave 2. But just as I said, just as long as we remain north of that level, 398, then our potential upside targets, our theoretical upside targets, anywhere between 444 to 454. Okay, now taking it down to the 1 hour time frame, let's review from the March low. So up in 1, down in 2. Let's fix this here and focus on this area. Up in 1, down in 2, found 50% retracement support, 5 ways up in 3. Now we're looking for A, B, and C to take us lower into anywhere between the 398 to the 403 area. Again, just as long as we remain north of 398 spot 05, this wave structure can still take us up into new all-time highs. Now, let's review the structure of today, or the last couple of days. So I'm going to take you down to the 5-minute time frame where we can dissect this entire structure here. So let's focus from, let's say, the May 7th high. Okay, so this whole thing here that I'm about to highlight or circle is still the wave 4 pullback. And as you can see, corrections can be choppy. Corrections can can give you a lot of gray hairs and liquidate people at sometimes, because it will fake you out. Okay, either the bears or the bulls, whichever the case may be. So that's why it's always good to be cautious and be patient and wait for confirmation. So what is the confirmation, you may ask? Let's take a look. The way that this could be confirmed is the following. So from the May 19th low, we went up in 1, down in 2, up in 3, 3 ways down in 4, and now we went up in the 5th wave. Okay, this fifth wave, it looks like it was a final 5th wave of that cycle, because we set divergence here. Okay, so we have a divergence in RSI here while we were making new highs here. Okay, now MACD is also trending lower, and we had good bear volume today at the end of the trading session. Now, what does this entail? Okay, what am I looking for here? So I want you guys to take a look. The way that I may look to trade this is very simple. I want to see a 3-wave pullback. Something along these lines. A 3-wave pullback down into the 38.2% or 414.66 to the previous wave 4 can be a good zone for a upside trade. Now, this still may be that the fact that we are within the wave B. Why do I say that? Because we went beyond the 78.6 retracement. Okay, but we were weak on it. And while this is still confirming that we are within the wave structure and the wave B correction, oftentimes when we break above the 78.6, that opens the door for the 1272 retracement on the wave B. Now, if that's the case, that's great. Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. And I'll wait for this pullback, find support, and take us at least higher beyond this the previous high. And if we keep on rallying, then that'll take us to the 1272, which will look something like this. Now, if that's the case, guys, then this will more likely, and if I mean obviously if we reject it, then obviously this will most likely be an expanded flat. An expanded flat is designed by nature to trap the bulls and the bears, both parties. Okay, and an expanded flat will look like this, and I'll explain to you why it's designed for that purpose. Okay, what do you see here? Sorry for that. So wave B went beyond the territory of the origin of wave A, right? And so when normally that happens, we see the break of this high, and the bulls are gonna say, okay, so we broke previous high, here we go, let's get on with our uptrend, let's take a long trade, only to find out that we're going to get rejected at the 1272 for a possible rollover. Now the bears get trapped when they break below the previous wave A. Okay, not the low of the previous wave A. They say, okay, so we're gonna take a trade below the wave A. Once that breaks, it's gonna take us lower, only to find out that we're going to find support at the 618 or the 50% retracement to take us higher back. So that's what I'm looking for. Okay, if we find support here at the 38% to take us into the 427 spot 83 or the 1272 retracement, that's cool. Otherwise, if we keep on rolling over and break these levels, I'm cool with that as well. Why? Because that'll be a safer entry, guys. That'll mean that we will go down to at the very least the 50% or the 100%, or the, sorry, let me retrace that. This 100% is the extension of wave A compared to wave B. Okay, that takes us down to 400, and this retracement is from the higher degree wave 3, wave 2 to wave 3 that will give us the wave 4 pullback. Okay, so why am I cool with this and I prefer this rollover is because that'll give us a better risk to reward entry, because wave count invalidation is just right around the corner at 398.05. And if that's the case, then we have less than 0.3% of a risk to potentially take us higher into all-time highs at the break above 422.81. Okay, so that's the idea. That's what I'm looking forward to. Okay, once we pull back in 3 ways to find support here, we'll see. We'll take a stab at it, find support at the previous wave 4 to take us on higher. If not, we keep on rolling over, then this is where I'm looking to trade. All right, now taking you over to the Qs. Actually, it's the other screen that I have here. The Qs is just the same. Okay, the Qs, the way I'm looking at this is in a triangle. Now, again, the question is, are we heading on higher? And I think so. Okay, we may be going into the final 5th wave. Okay, now in this triangle, let's take us down to the 30-minute time frame. It's playing out just as we've been mapping it out. Okay, this triangle will kind of confirm the wave count of the S&P that we're gonna head on higher, right? Because if we keep on rallying, right, we see this pullback like in the S&P, and then we break into all-time, it will be all-time highs in the S&P, but it'll be probably into upper trend channel resistance and the wave D or the 78.6 retracement. Obviously, this whole wave structure is invalid just as long as we remain, it's valid. It's invalid if we break above this previous high of 342.50. Okay, if we reject this downtrend channel, then expect a 3-wave pullback into the wave 4 of wave E or wave 4 to take us higher into new highs. So again, that's why corrections are usually very tricky to trade. We just have to wait for confirmation for certain levels. So what are the levels here that I'm looking for? I'm looking for a pullback into at least a 3-wave pullback that will take us down to 324 or 325. Okay, if that's the case, a 3-wave pullback could signal a possible short-term trade to take us higher to the wave D. Okay, then once we complete this wave D, we will pull back into 3 waves to take us lower into the wave E or wave 4. All right, guys, so that was a quick and short update for today. Again, we have to keep very cautious of what's transpiring, not jumping into any trades just yet to take us on higher. So be patient. We will know relatively soon. Again, if you guys want everyday Elliott wave interpretation analysis for S&P, Qs, or individual charts that you may want analysis for, consider joining our group, the Discord group. We have the link down in the description. We're currently running a trial. If you like it, great. If you don't, no hard feelings. It's risk-free. And yeah, otherwise, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up notification, hit the bell so you'll be notified once I upload these videos. Okay, as always, I do appreciate your time. I'm very thankful for the growth that my channel has been seeing lately. Very excited to see what the future holds. All right, guys, so as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.